Hi, this is Home Songs for Life. How are you doing? Happy New Year to everybody. Um, it's good to be back. Let's hope it's a little bit better than last year, which has been funny in all sorts of ways. But life goes on. We're going on tonight. Very happy to have Les Oman with us. He lives just up the road from me, and he writes some great songs. We've written an album together. Looking forward to hearing him play his 4 tunes, and then we'll be having a wee chat afterwards. So he can't hear me at the minute, but I'll disappear and see you after, Les.
Hi, good evening everybody, and Happy New Year to you from downtown Campbelltown. Back in the garret. I wasn't really expecting this. I must have agreed to come on and do this in a weak moment at the back of my memory, but anyway, here we are. Good evening everybody that's on there. Greetings from Norfolk, Breaking from Neil. Hi Neil. And good evening Steve, good evening Julianne, and yep, Happy New Year to everybody. I'm going to kick off with it's not really seasonal, but it's about kind of bad weather and living in Kintyre when you're a naive boy from the city. This is a song called The West Coast of Kintyre. So. Vicious Mother Nature, but to gales on high, as the snow come drifting inland from the southwest, and the grey sea at the cold sand, as I stood upon the shore, wondering what I was doing in all the madness. On the west coast of Kintyre, hurricane. On the west coast of Kintyre, the hurricane. Vicious Mother Nature, you had me running scared in the wind and rain and snow. I sought for shelter, but this cold and frightened body, it had no place to hide, as I tried to keep my feet in all the madness. On the west coast of Kintyre, hurricane. On the west coast of Kintyre, the hurricane. Vicious Mother Nature, you took away my heat, as you took away my light to face the darkness. So the early morning finds me having leave my retreat in my bed, but not asleep in all the madness. On the west coast of Kintyre, in the hurricane. On the west coast of Kintyre, in the hurricane. Vicious Mother Nature, and you surely had a laugh at the boy down from the city in the teeth of your gale, born to the street lights, so naive about the sea. Pity the city boy in all the madness. On the west coast of Kintyre, in the hurricane. On the west coast of Kintyre, in the hurricane. On the west coast of Kintyre, in the hurricane. On the west coast of Kintyre, in towards the west coast of Kintyre. And hi there, Gary, how you doing? And my friend Mr. McCallum, the Muthal metronome there, nice to hear from you. And Kevin there, Happy New Year. Where am I? Oh yeah, right. So I'm going to do a song which I did at one of the well, I did all of these at one of the previous Home Songs for Life, but some people quite like this one, probably some didn't, but this is my impressions of an area in Norway called Finnmark. It's inspired by seeing these amazing blue icicles hanging from the roadside, and I think it was basically just the water froze, and that was the colour of the flora that was there at the time, and quite spectacular anyway. So this is called Fjord. Blue ice by the roadside, eagle hovers in the air, slow thaw along the shoreline, only emptiness out there, only emptiness out there. Pure air, clear sky, the wilderness awakens very slow. Small speck on the mountainside, wolf runs swiftly through the snow. Wolf runs swiftly through the snow. Pale moon in a grey sky, fjord is silent in the dawn, white on white into infinity, snowscape stretches on and on. Pale moon in a grey sky, fjord is silent in the dawn, white on white into infinity, snowscape stretches on and on and on and on. That was Fjord. I don't know what I tried to do there, but there we go. So I seem to have some more messages here, so I'll just read them as I do them, otherwise I'll forget that. Mr. Hanning, good evening, thank you very much. And Kevin, thanks again. Thank you, Julianne, Gary. What am I going to do now then? Okay, so this is a song I suppose about somebody that was used to being wandering around the shores of the west coast of Scotland. It could be anywhere really in the world with a facing the sea, but when they were a child they were totally enchanted by everything, the bird life and the water and just the general beauty of the place that they were visiting. And then in the last verse, everything's become a huge disappointment to the old man as he became eventually. It could be autobiographical, except I actually probably wrote this about 20 years ago, so I wasn't an old man then, or certainly not as old as I am now, so I'm not sure if it's autobiographical or not, but I may share some of the emotions of the old botach at the lochside in the last verse. So here we go, it's called Clearwater. Early dawning, summer's morning, blue sky over the sound, all is calm and all is tranquil, except for the seabirds calling, soaring above clear water, swooping down on clear water, breaking the surface like glass, shattering the mirror. Clear water, clear water, clear water. The small boy stands by the loch's edge, laughing, he's skimming a stone, eyes wide, he takes in the beauty as he listens to the seabirds calling, soaring above clear water, swooping down on clear water, breaking the surface like glass, shattering the mirror. Clear water, clear water, clear water. The loch takes on the colours of an autumn afternoon, around the silence of the hills, a plume of blue smoke hangs in the air, above the little cottage on the shore, rising above clear water, reflecting the sky. Clear water, and the vision so clear, clouds in the mirror. Clear water, clear water, clear water. An old man stands by the loch's edge, tears of rage sting in his eyes, bottles, cans and bits of plastic, and provoking angry helplessness. From the shore he takes a pebble, sends it arcing through the air, soaring above clear water, plummeting down on clear water, breaking the surface like glass, shattering the mirror. Clear water, clear water, clear water. So that was clear water there. And so I think, oh, Kevin's got visions of a snowy owl somewhere. A snowy owl and something about cellos, which I'm pretending not to understand here. So I think this is my last one before I get grilled by Mr. Fee. So this one is it's inspired by and dedicated to my elder daughter Tina, who used to work for a big grocery chain, and she was based down just outside London, and one day she phoned me and she said, I can't remember exactly if she'd been to Rotherham or it was somewhere in Yorkshire anyway, and I said to her, oh, you're pretty far travelled today, what were you doing there? And she said, a hoorah bagel deal. Now, just if you're not from Kintyre, hoorah is a kind of universal adjective that's used. It's not used in the sense that the usual word hoor is used. It is apparently derived from the Gaelic hoorn for hell. So it's like a hell of a bagel deal. I think that that's pretty much all I need to say about that. So I'll do this for Tina and mother-daughter Rosie as well, and their trailers, Bernard and Dom. So this is a song called Hoorah Bagel Deal. It's got a chorus, and if you don't feel it's a bit strange to do so, you can sing along in the privacy of your own little rooms. So I know Mr. Fee is probably going to do that anyway, because he's got his own kind of extra wee chorus that he puts in, but unfortunately I can't bring that to you tonight. It's probably a good thing, to be honest. There's a lot of comments tonight that I have to say I don't understand. I hope it's not replacing Pidge. We don't get snow owls in Stockport. Haha. Right. I don't think we get snow owls up here either, although Fee lives in a house that used to be an owl centre, and I believe there was a snowy owl there at one point. Yeah, that's just one of the many fascinating things I might ask him when I interview him. No, wait a minute, I've got that the wrong way. This is Hoorah Bagel Deal. Thanks very much for listening, much appreciated, and I'm probably on some kind of rota now, so I'll no doubt see you at some point further down the road. Thanks very much, good night, and thanks for all the nice comments. Now's not a good time, there never is a good time. Chaos always reigns about here. We're in the process, we're in the zone, we're in the red, hour on the phone. Get down and sign on the dotted line. Tell me how you feel. Now we gotta sell some Huda bagel deal. We gotta sell some Huda. We gotta sell some Huda. We gotta sell some Huda bagel deal. It's all about the dough. Make it fast, make it slow. Never, ever, 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 ever leave it lying around. We got our secrets. We got our aims. We're gonna win, cause we rule this game. Sit down and sign on the dotted line. Tell me how you feel. Now we got ourselves a Huda bagel deal. We got ourselves a Huda. We got ourselves a Huda. We got ourselves a Huda bagel deal. The chimney's choked. The smoke won't flow. The game's a bogey, don't you know? I got my secrets, I got my stash. I've gotta go, I've gotta go, I've gotta go, I've gotta dash. Now you've signed on the dotted line. You cut it for a steal. Now you got yourself a Huda bagel deal. You got yourself a Huda, Huda, Huda. Got yourself a Huda, Huda, Huda. Got yourself a Huda bagel deal. You got yourself a Huda, Huda, Huda. Got yourself a Huda. Got yourself a Huda bagel deal. There you go, an abrupt end there to Huda bagel deal. Thanks very much again for listening, folks. And as you probably know if you've seen me before, I'm not actually on social media, so thanks for the comments, because that's the only comment you'll get back from me. Except sometimes when my wife feels sorry for me and allows me to post in her name, but that's only when there's a blue moon in the sky. So thank you. I'm going to talk to Mr. Fee now by the looks of things.
Hello, Les.
Hello.
That was wonderful. Wonderful as always. Thank you very much. And it was great. It's great to see so many of your Huda fans out there in the chat.
Yep, well, hope I put them all off. Yep.
Oh, you're gaining more by the second, I'm sure. It occurred to me actually while you were playing that I've probably seen more of you this way than I have actually in real life over the last year and a half at least. That's just been the way of things recently. It's been a bit strange.
I know, it's a bit odd considering we live around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it could be seen as an advantage, but
well, that's the way I see it, to be honest.
Okay, well, fair enough. Also, the other thing that I realised when I was listening to you, I've never actually asked you when you wrote your first song and how. I mean, that's got to be many moons ago now. At your time of life.
Yeah, it was last century for sure. I remember when I was in primary school, a good pal of mine, Dave Broom, who's a well-known writer on drinks and whiskey and stuff, we wrote a song together called the Mecky Jumping Bean, but it never travelled very far off the page, you know. And then there was probably a few years, probably about I don't know, 15 or something like that, but not anything that I would put my hand up to now, you know.
No, but what
Yeah.
was the Mecca jumping bean about? Can I be
I can't actually remember. I remember the first line was it was ruined because the first line was the Mecca jumping bean, and then somebody wrote 3 times. It makes everybody laugh, and then it was 3 times, and it was supposed to be that we sang it or whatever we were going to do with it 3 times, but it then became the Mecca jumping bean makes everybody laugh 3 times. So not 4 times, not twice, but so you shouldn't have asked that question. You asked.
I shouldn't know
You
really.
you fell into that one.
Going down the rabbit hole of some kind
Yeah,
or another. Yeah.
absolutely.
So I know. I mean, you've got loads of musical instruments. I know you know a lot more about music than I do, in general. And I know that Incredible String Band was one of your big influences. But I just wondered about some of the ones that the others you'd count as influences in terms of your songwriting, maybe more.
Hmm. I I don't really know. I've got quite a sort of strong kind of traditional vein running through, running through me, which I picked up from my both parents. So it might have been influenced by maybe trying to rewrite some or taking some kind of clues from some of these songs. In terms of you know, I don't know. I try not to think about influences, and then sometimes you think you hear something that you've done and you go, oh wait a minute, I've I've taken that from. But I guess that's the way for most people. There's
Yeah.
nothing that's completely new in the world. I shouldn't imagine.
No, I'm quite encouraged actually to know that despite the fact that you really listen to a lot of music that I mean, I always say I can never really identify my own influences very easily, so I'm quite encouraged to know that you're in the same boat.
Yeah.
Kevin, by the way, thinks you should revisit the Mecca Jumping Bean.
I'll get on to Mr. Broom after this and see what we can come up with. Yeah. It
Yeah.
sounds as if it should maybe be he might be more interested now if it was a kind of some kind of brand of tequila or something like that. I
Sounds
don't
like
know
it
why.
is a brand of tequila, to be honest. But
Yeah. We'll see. We'll keep you posted on that one. Yeah.
yeah, cool. By the way, just in case you see that picture behind me, folks, that's was painted by Les's good wife as a commission from my wife for our 30th wedding anniversary, and it's become a feature of our home songs here in when we've had them. Just thought I should point that out because that's a connection
That's
to
good.
you.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's part of the contract. So.
Yeah, she'll get a load more commissions now. So,
Yeah,
although she's probably not wanting them. So yeah, I mean, won't keep you long because this is always a short little bit. And perhaps just to mention, of course, that the other thing that we ourselves have written an album together, as you might recall, and
yeah.
yeah, and we
In
sold
fact,
millions of them.
we're not quite at the first million yet, but
No, we're getting there, surely. By now.
yeah. If you hold on a second, I mean, this isn't staged at all. I can hold it up to the
Oh, you
camera
should
for
do. You
everybody.
should
Hang
do.
on,
Yeah.
hang on.
But while Les is doing that, we had written one song together, I think, and we suddenly bumped into each other outside a cash point and started talking about the ways of the world, and particularly it was just before or just after Donald Trump's inauguration in the States, and it got us writing a few songs together, which we wrote over 3 months, and they turned into 10 songs and an album, which we had quite a lot
There
of
you go,
fun
folks.
producing, and there it is.
That way, yeah. The Strunts.
Too much of everything.
Too much of everything, and it probably is. And there's our flyer. Yeah.
And that was even before COVID. And we were just saying before, when we were talking beforehand, that if we write the sequel, it'll probably be way too much of everything or something along those lines.
Yeah,
Because it's not getting any less strange, is it?
It's not at all. So we got some nice reviews, and we got one really horrible review. But the guy said that the cover artwork was a beautiful piece of work, and that redeemed it a little bit. So I don't know if you can actually see that, but the beautiful cover work is actually quite subversive because it's got fish hooks on the cherry. But anyway, I don't think he noticed that. So anyway,
we should mention Phil Downham, who did that.
Oh yes,
that
yeah,
work.
yeah. Phil was that guy that came up with the cherries on a hook. Yeah.
So anyway, I wasn't planning to do a plug for our album, but anyway, it's out there, folks. Highly recommended by at least 2 people.
Well, by us anyway.
By at the very least.
For sure. Yeah. So
okay.
Maybe once all this is over, we can do a home song and together and
revisit
frighten the life out of everybody. Yeah.
Well, we did. I did a Clachan just before Christmas, and we did a gig together there, which was one of my favourite ones when we played.
Yeah, that was good fun. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you everybody for stopping around, chatting. Both of us wish you a really good new year. Hope it all goes well for you and for all of us. Really, we can only wish for better days and. Less
Definitely.
Masks and less viruses.
Yeah, everybody stay safe, and thanks again for listening and for all the nice comments and for the surge of support for the Mechie Jumping Bean. So, yeah.
I'll be chasing you up on that one, Les. So. Okay. Cheers, folks. Have a good one. Thanks. Take care. Love you all. See you again, Les.
See you soon.